Dude, I'm in so fucking far from my head. Well, and it's kind of funny because, like, I was arguing with my little brother. He's like, you guys need to have a menu. You guys need to have a menu. I got three of the best fucking chefs that I know coming together. Like, the menu and the food is the last thing I'm fucking concerned about right now. We're gonna meet up, get stoned as shit, and find out what they got at Dan's and what he's gonna give us a deal on, and make something one of a kind that would never happen if we had planned it. Well, I mean, that's the other part of this documentary is, it's like everybody, you see all these cooking shows and shit, and it's all like competition and ego and who's the best, and it's like, no, I don't want to be part of that shit, man. I'm all about like what happens when me, Jack, Alan, and Beverly put our minds together in this little tiny ass kitchen and cook dinner for these seven strangers. As long as we do it with love and it's tasty, I know that the people that we're feeding are gonna be stoked. I mean, I'm super interested to see who we end up getting involved in this as far as our guests and like the craziness that happens.
It's in fucking Oakland. I mean, at least we're doing the documentary for the Oakland event in Fruitvale.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's at least a little bit street, but I mean, even that, it's like, I'm gonna be wrecked by the time you see me, I'm gonna tell you right now, because it's weird shit that I didn't really think about when I was like, yeah, I want to go to different places and cook with different chefs and just meet random people and not have to work with the menu and, like, that's a great fucking idea, but then when you're having to deal with managing vendors and venues in 3 different cities and chefs and it's I mean I've opened at least
Really? Oh my god. Sorry. I'm listening to you, I promise.
No, this is perfect. Getting you on camera for the LA part where you're like sitting here cussing in traffic, like it could not be any fucking better. This is perfect. I loved it. So much better than you just like sitting in your living room like, yeah, LA's awesome.
Are you recording this?
Oh, of course, this is going on B-Reel. No, I told you that. That's why I needed to talk to you on video.
Oh my god! I'm telling you that. That's fucking great.
No, because
I'll amp it up.
Well, here's the thing is instead of doing like an intro like, hi, I'm Seth McKenzie, this is what I'm doing, I'm editing clips of like you and Beverly and Jack on video and me like covering the key points of kind of what the fuck's going on. Like
Oh my god.
I've decided I'm taking my fucking boot and just kicking straight through the fourth wall on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? We don't. Okay, here's the funny thing is like the tagline for the video or for the documentary is like, I think it's no script, no menu, no worries. And then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, you should also add like no insurance, no licenses, no permits, no fucking idea what you're doing. Like, I don't have a budget for this. Everybody that's doing this is doing this because they believe in it. And when I got guys like Alan Carlson, who fired my ass 12 years ago, is like, whatever you need for my restaurant, it's yours. Like, give me a list. I'm coming to cook. Like, yeah, I mean, homeboy fired my ass 12 years ago. So, yeah. Well, and the thing is, too, it's like, then, I put this ad up on Craigslist and I find this lady in Oakland who's letting us use her downstairs apartment and is like bending over backwards, like, whatever you need. If you need some artwork for the walls, I got you. If you need utensils, like, boom, boom, boom. Same thing, this guy that I talked to, I called randomly, found his shop on Google out in Alameda's produce. And like, this dude, Dan, I get him on the phone and it's like, Dan's a real fucking person. And I say, hey, Dan, I'm trying to bring a couple of chefs in there, film me doing this thing for this documentary. And as soon as I explained to them the concept, homeboy's like on my website checking me out. It's like, hell yeah, I'm all about this. You guys can totally come in, do whatever you got to do. And like, really totally into the idea. And, people like you, again, man, like,
yeah.
No, it's the fact that, food is the common denominator. Everybody loves good food. And because as, being partially Buddhist or whatever the fuck I am, it's my faith in the Dharma. It's my faith that people are inherently good. And if they give them the opportunity to connect and come together, that they will. And I'm going to prove that with this documentary. And I'm working on a fucking GoPro and a cell phone and like whoever the fuck brings whatever other gear to film this shit with. Working on next to no budget. it's all volunteers, motherfuckers volunteering this and volunteering that, and you know, I mean, so it's totally a fucking punk rock, do-it-yourself grassroots.
I'm hyped as fuck. This is like, it's legitimately as punk as fuck, dude.
To know is that you should probably go ahead and call your friends in LA and just let them know I'm coming down and everything's gonna be cool. Like, but just let them know what's up. It's either you call them and give them a warning, or they call you saying, what the fuck, man? Why didn't you tell us? You know it's not going to be criminal. You know it's going to be mischief, but you know that they're going to get called on me at some point. There's no fucking way that I can be in LA for 36 hours and not have to deal with the police.
Well, guys, to a very successful event. Thank you guys for joining me on this. And, yeah, let's make some fucking history and some amazing food.
Right.
Cheers.
No.
And the nice thing is, we're not having to work on a fucking menu. We get to be weird. We get to be, like, we get to do the food that we want to do. I mean, you know, that's why we're at Mike's Market going, you know, okay, this sounds good. Hey, what do you think about adding fennel? Okay, let's add fennel. Because we don't have a fucking menu. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's...
And that's
That's what makes it, like, that's why we're still doing this shit, is because
well, I mean,
every once in a while you're allowed to. Or you're always allowed to, but...
yeah, but here's the thing, man. And I mean, God knows, I love the owners of this place to death. They're amazing women. They're amazing, awesome people. But the idea of having any real control in a kitchen is a fucking illusion, because the bottom line is they sign the checks, they have the final say on what the fuck we put on that plate. And so this illusion of power that we've ever had as chefs is complete bullshit. Now, there's no fucking game plan. And what I produce, because it's not planned, because it's not done up here in my head, it's done here with my heart, is way better than anything I could have fucking imagined in my stupid ass head.
Yeah, some of the best shit I've ever made has been at like 2:30 in the morning. I come in fucking crossfaded and just raid the fridge, and it's like, I can make this work.
Some invitations.
I'm like swaying over the fucking burners, but I'll take the last half of my beer, pour it in the pan, fucking let it reduce,
And
go
you
smoke
know.
a cigarette, come back and just eat it with a fork right out of the pan.
You know it. You instinctively, there's no timing, there's no measurements. You instinctively know that shit.
Yeah.
As different as we think we are, we all have common factors, and I think that food can facilitate that. I also think that, despite what the media wants us to believe about, all this, division that's going on in society, I think that if given the chance, people will inherently get along and not be dicks to each other if they're given the opportunity, and food has that way to connect people, where food has very strong memories. A certain smell can evoke a childhood memory unlike anything else, unlike movies, unlike, paintings or anything like that. So, the goal with this whole thing is just to more or less keep a low-key, random family-style dinner, feed you guys, Trey Coates, or Trey House, I apologize. I knew it, spit it out. That'll be edited. Friend of mine from Richmond, luckily he was able to volunteer his services on less than 24 hours notice to come in and help me work without a menu. We got some pork in last night, I fried it, and then we met up at Pikes Market this morning at 9 a.m. and got some stuff and, pretty much came up with what you see. So, by all means, get some plates, dig in, get to know each other. I'm not staging this to be the Jerry Springer show or anything like that. But I want y'all to actually put away your cell phones and get to know each other and enjoy a meal. And
what's the corn, or what kind of butter?
it is elote, which is a traditional Mexican street food. It's pretty much roasted corn with mayonnaise, spices, cilantro, lime, and cojita cheese.
Nice. Oh, a little bunny. Are you guys gonna eat too?
Yeah, after everybody else.
I'm gonna let good food go away.
These deviled eggs are much more elevated than my Nana's.
Does anyone sit here?
No, go for it.
Little man get his sleep in.
What is
citrus
symbol
cream.
on your shirt?
So that's for the Blue Knights. Chapter 9 in Kentucky is a motorcycle group for public safety officers. I went to college for fire safety, and one of the college classes I actually got to take was motorcycle riding. And I'm like, wait a minute, I actually get to take a college class on a motorcycle?
Where'd you go to school?
I want to sign up for this.
Yeah.
Eastern Kentucky University. So it's the only college program that I'm aware of that actually has a burn building and a bomb range on campus.
Yeah, it also has Colonel Sanders from Kentucky Fried Chicken as the mascot.
No. It is the Colonel is our mascot.
Okay. So it happened.
So yeah, 99% like Colonel Sanders.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the Colonel without the copyright.
Pretty much. Because the original KFC is in Corbin, which is 20 minutes out of campus. So
Work test.
literally our mascot dresses up with a big fun hat and a bow tie and it comes to the
I've only known him for a couple hours, but seems on the level of totally mad narc.
And at least I'm upfront honest. It's not like I got shady and said, no, I'm
Not a
not.
cop.
And then
You
you
gotta tell
got
me, guy.
Yeah, well, in this
No.
situation, he doesn't have to.
He's
No,
got me at
they never have to tell you.
jail times that I can count, so he's on the level. He knows where all the bodies are buried.
Wait, so you two know each other from?
the joke is that I was his probation officer.
The reality of it is, 10 years ago, he was taking a wilderness EMT class out at Snoqualmie, and I was the chef, so I was feeding 30 people 3 meals a day. And that was a very, very entertaining gig for a lot of reasons.
How did you get that job?
Craigslist. Same way I do a lot of dumb shit that I end up doing.
Here's things.
The road race.
How do you feel about How do you feel about culinary school?
Oh,
As a
yeah, that's a loaded question
Yeah.
because, for example, the Cordon Bleu in France or the CIA in Hyde Park, New York, they're phenomenal schools, but even both of those had laxed their standards, and there was,
It
I
was way
want
too
to say,
acidic when I started out. But
it was 2 or 3 years ago, maybe longer than that, but
More sugar.
a lot of the students at the CIA actually protested because of the fact that they felt like the standards were getting more and more lax, and that, they weren't holding them to the standards that they should have. And, when you have is, Cordon Bleu in the United States recently lost their accreditation because what they were doing, because they were pretty much, hiring their name out to any community college with a cafeteria kitchen and calling it a culinary institute, and you're turning out these jackasses that after 2 years, they're not.
think that they know what they're talking
Yeah, and they got these fancy little $40,000 degrees that say chef, and all of a sudden they got this ego, and
I'm having 22-year-old kids that I walk into kitchens with. They're like,
no,
it'll teach you some shit. I went to 2 semesters of culinary school before I decided to be like totally broke all the time and not afford it, go to school.
Yeah.
But, and also at the same time, like you learn some fundamentals, cool, you can learn those anywhere. Like it'll teach you technique, it will not teach you how to fucking work that.
Yeah, for sure.
It will not teach you how to deal with a fucking 70-hour week.
Yeah.
Like,
I dated this guy for a long time in culinary school, and he quit like the semester before he was gonna be done with it.
What? You quit?
Yeah, he didn't finish. I was so pissed about it.
I did not know
at the
that.
time because I thought he just like he was so close to being done, and then he just kind of like wasted whatever. But he said that it wasn't a waste because he learned all the skills that he needed to learn. And like he wasn't gonna learn anything else that he needed to learn outside of the kitchen. Like you can learn everything.
We were saying like you gotta learn every day.
Yeah, I mean, I've been cooking for 25 years, and I still am learning how to cut an onion properly because you have to have that same level of attention. The second you start thinking, oh, I've got this, and you start taking it for granted, your technique gets sloppy. But no, you know, everything that we work with as chefs has given its life to us and entrusted us to be able to give life to other people. And so it doesn't matter if it's an order of French fries or if it's an order of foie gras, you still treat that with love and respect, and that's something that a lot of these kids don't seem to understand. No.
Whatever the sauce was that went with the pork.
That man right there.
So,
Oh my god.
it was so rich.
That is the
so
cream
good.
sauce. That's
Everything.
a citrus cream
I use
sauce.
it as salad dressing. I use it on the parsnips.
What did you put in this corn? Because I feel like that's so easy, but it's so
It
good.
is. No, I mean, it's a Mexican street food. It's just, pretty much grilled corn with mayonnaise, a little bit of paprika, some chili powder, cilantro, and lime. But even with what you were saying about, Real America, with this whole thing that I'm doing, I'm taking the Greyhound for various reasons, and it's one of the things that I tell people all the time is if you want to see Real America, go on the Greyhound. Because if you're driving across I-80 or I-90, you're seeing the same shit that everybody else sees because you're stopping at the same exits, going to the same gas stations, same truck stops, all that. You take Greyhound, doing a multi-day cross-country trip, you stop into all those little, weird exits, and you're like, man, I wonder what type of people live here.
Yeah.
You find out.
Yeah.
And, you stop in some really cool little backwoods towns, and you meet some people and see some stuff, there have been times that it's kind of strange, but, there have been memories that I've had where I'm like, was that a dream or something? And then I'll be on a Greyhound going cross country. I'm like, oh no, it was this gondola out in Eastern Washington. I didn't actually dream it. I've actually been through here before, but I've been doing this for so long. But you get to see things like that again. That if you're driving across country, you're on a tie line. You got things to do. You don't have time to pull over and see Real America like that. So, because of the fact that we've got a difference in background, we've got a difference in approach, we've got a difference in we're able to come together and, make something go like, how do you think we ended up with fish tacos, man? Everybody loves fish tacos. It was these Japanese fishermen that were hanging out with Mexicans out in, Baja California. Hey, I got this, you got this, let's put it together. Okay, this is delicious. And that's what America is all about. That's why I don't have this whole thing about the anti-immigrant thing just doesn't make any sense to me because we should want to embrace the best and the brightest of every culture.
So that's kind of like the Anthony Bourdain within the United States, huh? I don't know. That wasn't meant to be like an offensive statement or a complimentary one. It's just like he does that show where he goes all over the world and unites through food.
A lot of people have made comparisons, and the thing that I have against Anthony Bourdain is I respect the guy.
Okay, I have such a
I'm not
question.
going to deny that he's sexy, but it's the fact that he didn't spend enough time focusing on the food, and I feel like he glorified some of the negative aspects of being a chef and gave a lot of people the wrong idea. And I'm not saying that all this stuff doesn't go on in kitchens. You've worked in kitchens long enough to know that it does, but I feel like his glorification of it really set a bad precedence for a lot of kids that decided to become chefs. Now, on the flip side of that, reading his book back when I was 23, 24 made me realize, okay, somebody like me that, Smokes a lot of weed, can still make amazing food, and I don't have to wear a white chef's jacket and have a stick up my ass.
Right.
So, but again, like at that point, I had already been in the industry for long enough to know that it's not all about the tattoos and the slavey waitresses and all that stuff. But it was nice to hear about amazing food and classic techniques and all this stuff that I had heard about from a guy that admits that he used to be a junkie.
Those
Yeah,
two
you know,
people.
the best food I ever had in Paris was in a park that I bought at a grocery store.
Same.
You know,
Well, and that's one of the
it
things, I
wasn't
mean,
some expensive meal on the river.
yeah, I will definitely credit Bourdain with educating the public about things like that. I mean, he's definitely done a tremendous job. On the culinary side, I don't really feel like he did anything, like, as much as I hate Marco Pierre, which a lot of people hate my opinions of him because Marco sold out, that's a whole other story. But the thing is with Marco is, Marco won his stars. Marco busted his ass, paid his dues, and was the youngest chef to ever receive Michelin stars.
You know?
No, I'm sorry, if Cisco...
I mean, I don't know this guy. I don't know the whole story.
I will say this, the advantage of being broke my entire life, if Cisco offered me $1 million, I could honestly say no, because I'm used to being broke, and I would rather be broke and have my integrity and say, no, I'm a person that sticks to my values, and if I put my foot down and take a stance on an issue, unless somebody comes and gives me a educated, valid reason for why I should change my position, I'm not going to just shift my position because of money. You know, it'd be different if I had to have surgery or some like life-altering shit like that was to happen, but yeah, my values aren't really for sale. You gotta get out of here and get to school.
Well, we are off to the races. I'd like to say now the tour officially begins, given the fact we did the event yesterday in Seattle. It went phenomenal. I'm actually not too worried about going and doing these other two in Oakland and LA, so just now leaving my apartment. It's Sunday at like 6:15 or some shit. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee and take my skinny ass to the bus station and then go to Portland. And, so I made it to Portland and was supposed to meet up with a chef to do an interview. Of course, somebody had their thumb nearly off, so he ended up getting called into work. Whatever. It's a pretty kind of typical excuse in this industry. I'm not judging anybody. Now, one other thing I gotta point out when it comes to traveling, especially on the Greyhound, Minneapolis is the only exception to the rule that I've ever found, but if you are ever in a strange town and you find yourself near the Greyhound station or MLK Boulevard Avenue, whatever they want to call it, you're in a bad part of fucking town. And if you're white, you probably need to leave. It's just universal as love and math. So... California, Oregon, somewhere around those parts, I don't know. My ass hurts from sitting in a bus for the past 12 hours, but all in all, the trip's going pretty smooth. It's quiet, which worries me, because whenever it's quiet, that means chaos is about to come up, and well, I have no doubt as soon as I hit California, things are going to get fucking lively. Again, don't really know where I'm at, but it's pretty out here, and yeah. I'm very proud to say this. I actually got Burger King. It's really the safest bet for my options. It's weird shit like this that I live for. So the transfer to Stockton got delayed, so I end up having 3 hours in the middle of the night in fucking Sacramento, of all places. And so I'm like, alright, screw this. I'm not going to sit around the bus station. I'm going to go out and explore. I got a bitch for a second, and it's probably hard to read this, but it's a menu for a restaurant that I'm currently standing in front of. Pan-roasted wild salmon. Oh my god, they're using arugula. How exotic. Okay, cider braised pork chop. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, of course, butternut squash. Braised half chicken. Fish and chips. You consider fish and chips as an entree? Okay, whatever. Chicken sandwich for the unimaginary with applewood bacon, of course. Kobe burger, because these motherfuckers have no idea what Kobe actually is. Cajun shrimp, of course it's got the fucking andouille sausage. Mushroom risotto, which is probably the same risotto they're using for the fucking pork chop. Jesus fucking Christ, people. I don't know if it's Cisco anymore or if it's just unimaginary motherfuckers like this. Because I'm sorry, man, it's like, dude, 2003 just called and they want their fucking menu back. And it's probably not the chef's fault. The chef who had to write that fucking monstrosity, he's probably a really good guy. He's probably got some great ideas. But he's also dealing with fucking rich 40-something-year-old tourists that don't have imagination and won't fucking order anything that they haven't already tried 15 different fucking times. So, no disrespect to that guy, but Jesus fucking Christ, I see a menu like that and I lose my fucking mind. So apparently this is Old Town Sacramento. And it's, Whoa. That was me falling off the fucking sidewalk like an asshole. That's what happens when I don't get any sleep and I walk around strange places smoking fucking dope in the middle of the night. I swear to God, it feels like I'm about to get fucking mugged by Raver kids. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, we are in the Bay finally at last. My God, look at this view. Give credit to this man, Jack Jones, one of the chefs for this evening. Could not have asked for a better day. It's been shitty out here for, what, a week and a half or so? And now it's finally. I come in, I bring the sunshine. Well, it's looking good. Oh, wow, here we are. I haven't been here since I got fired from here back in 2005. That's funny. I love it. This is going to be interesting, folks. We are pulling up into Italian colors to meet up with the one and only Alan Carlson. This place ain't changed a bit. Yeah, that's seriously the first time I've actually been into this live. Sorry. No, there was no reason for me to ever come on this side. I would have done nothing but wreak havoc and catch the place on fire. I was a savage little bastard when you had me here, man. You were so low-key that it was like, I behaved when I was around you, for the most part. And of course, I'm going to have all this stuff washed and back to you tonight. What? Well, I'm just making sure you know that I'm nervous, man. I'm not worried. Well...
Yeah, the restaurant here is food. All kinds of shit, whatever you need.
Like a flying away,
It's now like the cute neighborhood everyone wants to move to.
Really?
Yeah.
Got Californicated up there, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sure has.
Amazon took over everything. Yeah. They even took over my beloved Hurricane Cafe, which I'll never forgive them for that.
Really?
Yeah, cafe. It's all night diner. Been there since the 1930s. They bought it and turned it into a parking lot.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up in Valley too, it was like I was picking my friends up for school, and their mom was like doing coke on the coffee table and drinking a PBR at 8 in the morning. So
yeah, that's Ballard.
It was fun. Tin, it's got forks in and knife in it. Do you need a salad fork too?
No.
Just one fork? Yeah. How about glassware? Water, wine?
Let's take 9 glasses. Yeah. And just keep it simple, because we're not serving alcohol at these events. Just,
oh, you're not? Just water?
Yeah. We might grab like a thing of tea and do like a thing of...
Well, Seth?
I got some Impossible burger meat in the freezer. It's amazing how much that tastes like a goddamn burger. I don't know what the fuck they did.
It's a little confusing to bite into for sure.
It is. Well, you know, I mean, if you're a purist for beef, I grew up in the Midwest, so you don't get any of the and you were connected, so it just melts. It tastes like a burger, but you're missing the texture.
Yeah.
A little bit of the texture, a little bit different. Some wild boar.
Wow. Wild boar prosciutto.
This is absolutely a chef's run walk-in right here. This is not a penny pension owner.
I haven't been in a walk-in this size since I got to the Bay Area. Everyone's shooting spots to walk.
He knows he's on camera and he's showing off. That's
Oh, I'm not a camera. I'm not a camera. I got a couple quads if you want some Meyer lemons.
Usually do, but I don't really want to do what I usually do. But I usually do like a vanilla bean vinaigrette with like a little gem chopped up, and like segmented citrus, usually orange and grapefruit.
We have kumquats.
There you go.
Just go. Yeah. You can get those peas too and some salad greens.
Salad greens, yes. Something like a romaine or a. Do they have it with that?
I don't butter, yeah. Butter would be nice.
Butter lettuce?
Yeah, let's do it.
We need to get some citrus as well. Like some grapefruit and
Okay.
orange. You guys want to do radish? Or no?
What do you think, Jack? Radish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Put it on something. So not part of the new fucking
So we're 15 minutes out, huh?
15 minutes out. It's going to come together quick.
So what's the countdown? What needs to be done?
Not really that much. I'm going to finish these. We're getting ready to do the carrots. She's finishing her dessert, but she can't really do it until Jack's girl gets here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm down with that. That's
Hi, Jack.
That's up to you. I'm not going to saute pan too. Never mind.
Here.
I'm about to be done with mine.
I got something different.
Here, put it right in here. You want the garlic in with the onions?
Very
All right.
Yep.
Let's go down first on these shortbreads.
Yeah, here, you can get over here, and I'll move over here to get this in.
Right there.
Welcome. Come on in, make yourselves at home.
Dining room is that way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you made it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, good afternoon. I'm Seth.
This is the original guy that got in touch with me.
Thank you very much for coming. Come on in.
Walner?
Are you filming?
Yeah, the carrots are done. I just turned Jack. Warner, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Alan.
Warner, nice to meet you. Sorry?
Walner, W-A-L-N. I'm Beverly.
I'm Warner, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
No one in there.
All right.
Did we get the
Look at
water
all
picture
this.
from you, Phil?
Oh, it's the cream for the pears.
Yes. If we're there. Some chefs don't like their cream too stiff.
Sprinkle the Yeah. Let's do it. All right, everybody. First off, thank you for coming. I'm Seth. I'm the guy that I don't want to say organize this because that's really liberal use of that term, but I'm the guy that's kind of trying to put this whole thing together. And for those of you who don't know, I'm doing 3 events like this. It's nothing formal. It's a chance for a couple of different chefs to come together and collaborate, come up with some unique stuff, and have some fun outside of a restaurant without the rules, without all the attachments and whatever we have to deal with in the restaurant industry, and also bring together a group of people like you that would never normally have the chance to sit down and actually get to know each other. You know, we're neighbors. These are the people in your community. These are the people that, you know, God forbid, if a tragedy happened, these are going to be the people that rush over to help you out, you know. And
right now there's too much division going on, and there's too much, superficial arguments, and I want to put an end to that. And the goal of this documentary is not only to help you guys kind of make some new friends and have some fun, but also hopefully the people that are watching this documentary will be inspired to fire up their grill and call a few people over and kind of bring back the community meal. All I want you guys to do is sit back, relax, enjoy the meal that we prepared for you guys, and just enjoy yourself.
Right now.
Well, and the Holocaust didn't happen. That was that's all fabrication, right?
Yeah, I knew that.
Like, I mean, there's a whole mess of people that say the Holocaust never happened.
They said that for years.
That's just, those guys trying to make you feel sorry for them.
And they find more people who validate them.
Yeah.
Or they say the numbers are inflated.
Oh boy.
All those pictures you have are all fabricated somehow.
There are really people who say that.
Mm-hmm.
The flat earthers think NASA's fake. They think it's all CGI. I didn't believe him when I told me that.
So I look at the flat earth
Because he
YouTube stuff.
believes in all those UFO Bigfoot stuff, so a lot of stuff he says, I'm just like, I'm not
No, I
looking
don't
at it.
believe. I don't believe in flat earth. But they
No,
have.
I don't-
Loch Ness Monster?
What?
Loch Ness
No,
Monster.
but
I think it's a ghost of a dinosaur.
Good theory.
He's lost.
That's at least fun. No, it's not
It
like
does
flat
look.
earth.
It does look like a dinosaur. The pictures that they show you, it looks totally like a dinosaur.
All right, I'll look at the.
All right, you're on
I
camera.
liked everything. The main one I liked was the duck.
And there wasn't anything that you liked better than the other.
I liked them all, but I liked the duck better. With the little, what was up under the bottom of it?
This in the salad?
The mustard greens.
Oh, the mustard green. The bok choy.
The bok choy, yeah.
Yes.
That was great.
Well, thank you. Okay, we're asking people what they like the best.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
You want it to be?
I think it was the appetizer. I just thought that Christina and those folks, the beef was
Oh, it's not it.
awesome.
So you like the appetizer the
I
best?
think that was, I liked everything, but that was particularly delectable.
Okay.
What was your favorite?
He did his. You missed it.
He hasn't done it yet?
He did his.
So,
I know.
He said the water.
I like everything.
Yeah.
I didn't really have anything special to say, oh, this is better than the other things, but I liked everything. Everything was really good. Yeah.
Oh, now that I think about it, that duck salad. I'd forgotten about that for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah, that
tough.
duck salad.
It's tough
The
to
duck
put in
salad was
Absolutely.
pretty awesome now that I think about it.
Okay.
I might have to say there were two things.
Okay. And you?
So, I really love mashed potatoes, and some of those mashed potatoes are some of the best I ever had. So that was my favorite. Then the second is the sirloin or the appetizer meat without the bread. That was really good. The duck, I'm used to being more fatty, but it was good. The pork, pretty good too. But the two number ones are the beef and the mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Is there anything you didn't?
Oh yeah, give me negatives.
This I wasn't thrilled about. The dessert I wasn't thrilled about.
Not a lemon fan.
Oh no, I like the dessert.
So what was your favorite?
I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the dinner.
You like the conversation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which part of the conversation you like the best?
Oh, all of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like the appetizer too, though.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
The conversation part I liked the best was when we were talking about sex.
I don't recall that part of the conversation.
Oh, we all forgot.
That's because you were on your phone.
What was that, Mike?
He's being a smart aleck.
here's sex.
I know that never happens.
Okay, I'm asking everybody what was their favorite part of the meal.
My turn?
Uh-huh.
Oh. My favorite part of the meal was the bok choy, I just blanked. The short ribs in the appetizer. I think that's it.
Thank you.
So, consensus says the appetizer.
The appetizer was the number one if there was one.
Yeah.
Because some of us had like top two, but that was always, that was one of them.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is Tuesday. I am still riding on no sleep, but fucking my goddamn last night went beyond anything that I could have fucking imagined. The food, the guests, the location, even the after party was fucking phenomenal. Sitting in a spot called the Ruby Room, which is one of my favorite old haunts in Oakland. Ended up going out with a couple of friends of mine after the event to celebrate. And it wasn't a state of like, woohoo, I did it, woohoo, I did it. It was honestly a state of humility, knowing that I'm starting a revolution. 6 o'clock. I haven't really gone anywhere because my stupid ass can't fucking read signs and I'm colorblind, so I ended up in fucking Compton because the light blue express line looks just like the fucking dark blue whatever fucking line that takes white people to Compton. I know I'm not the only tourist that's done that shit. So now I gotta find a place to eat, take a piss, and then get into some mischief. Fuck is this? So I'm apparently going to meet a friend of mine out on the Sunset Strip, but once again, I am fucking lost as shit, roaming apparently through fucking Beverly Hills. I have never felt so fucking poor in my life, my god. So, whatever. Got good weed, cooked some good food. I think I just walked through a fucking spider web. I'm about to go get stupid and see it a couple of blocks away in the distance. It was weird because I'm on Dory or some shit, I don't know. And I'm like 3, maybe 4 blocks away or some shit, I think. I thought I was going to get arrested in Beverly Hills. I'm surprised I didn't. Yeah, some cake made of pink hot dogs. I'll probably have to take that out. And then, yeah, I pretty much walked around Hollywood and tripped balls. It was fun. It was actually a lot of fucking fun. Downtown's in the background. One thing that I've learned to do in times like this, and I'm like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? I call Brownbeard, because Brownbeard pretty much knows how to fucking fix everything, so yeah, I need some help. And by the way, I'm recording this phone call just so you know, so you can't see me, okay? So I'm gonna go do a barbecue, like, I mean, I know how to barbecue and shit, but I'm trying to barbecue for, I don't even know how many motherfuckers are gonna show up for this thing, so like, all I know is, like, I'm gonna go barbecue, I'm pretty much just gonna go, like, what do you think of this? I'm just gonna go get, like, a giant fucking bag of coal, and, like, pretty much just, like, shit for hamburgers and hot dogs, you know, some water, and I'm gonna have to grab a cutting board, and I'll just buy a fucking cheap spatula and just some, like, cheap aluminum, like, serving trays. Does that sound like a pretty... Yeah, I'm gonna get some vegetables and shit like that, too. I don't even know, I mean, we're literally gonna be inviting people that happen to fucking be in Griffith Park right now. We do not have a fucking guest list. It's a pretty fucked up situation. I mean, go to Pink's Hot Dogs. That shit's good as fuck. Acid starts kicking in. I'm like, okay, we gotta get the fuck out of here and walk around for a minute. So we went to Hollywood. And let me tell you, Hollywood is as trashy as I could have ever fucking hoped, man. Like, that shit was fun. You know, these guys are like 50 years old and they're still working for other people, still having to compromise, still not doing it. And it's like they bounce from one job to another over the years. They'll run a place for, you know, 5 or 10 years or whatever, and then, you know, they fail to realize that the owner's got the final say, the final call, and when they decide, you know, and I've seen it happen. I've seen the rug get pulled out from people, like, it's happened to me a dozen times. It's happened to Brownbeard. I mean, there was literally one day that, you know, Brownbeard pulled up to his job, no warning, no nothing, and they boarded up the windows, like, fire department, like, that's how fucked this restaurant was, and Brownbeard had to resort to alternative measures to obtain his property, his knives at least. Yeah, I'm inviting, like, everybody I know, and then, like, people that I don't know, a lot of people I don't know, and people are getting really confused by, who the fuck are you, and why are you inviting me to some barbecue randomly on a Wednesday afternoon? Like, yeah, this was not the day to be doing a barbecue, just randomly on a fucking, but at the same time, like, that's the best time to do it, so.
I'm hoping that, like, there'll be people just kind of randomly.
Oh, there will be. There will be. And it'll be totally like that asshole with the selfie stick walking through LA. Who's filming my documentary. I have never felt like such a fucking hipster in my life. I will point out that my leather jacket, Animals Did Die for this shit, is not fucking vegan. So. And if
I'm not a hipster, I actually, there's Denny.
I'm desperately trying to find a pack of cigarettes right now. I should go ahead and eat the other good ass that I have here pretty soon. Oh, absolutely I am. Oh, I'm not taking that shit on the bus. I mean, my attitude with this whole thing is honestly like, I thought that I was going to be dead at 27 like the rest of the great rock stars, and so now I'm having to like face consequences like, you know, bad rental history, shitty credit, and yeah, but I also recognize what we've got in the presidency, and I'm looking around. I'm like, I can't take this shit seriously anymore, man. I'm gonna fucking. Is this
fucking whatever the fuck kind of car that is? In a little electric fucking car.
Yeah, you don't live. LA traffic. Really hope Slash
Did you
comes.
see that? They're like,
What?
that guy just fucking put his hand out. It was like the most California thing I've ever seen.
Actually, that's a
I would say that's Hawaiian.
Yeah,
but
it's a shaka. It's amazing because in Hawaii you can get away with fucking anything if you. Yeah, and he looks like a Polynesian dude. You can get away with damn near anything by throwing the shaka. So we finally made it to Griffith Park, which I think is where we're going to do this barbecue thing at today. Been trying to drive around this motherfucker for an hour now, trying to find a camp or place to grill, and I think we may have found a place that it's legal, even though it's probably illegal as fuck to be filming a documentary out here without permits or insurance or unions or any of that shit. Holy shit, I actually got the fucking fire going. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much fucking paradise out here, man. Got the burgers cooking, got some more wood going, these things are all sizzling nicely. Burgers. We got our little picnic area setup thing here going on. Hopefully, some dude that knows me from Instagram, this Bugsy Tokes or whatever, he's gonna show up. He just texted me, said he was on the way by the penny rides. But goddamn, tell me this is not a fucking picturesque view. I hope this is coming through. We did it. 3 events, 5 days, 3 different cities. We're fucking our cigarettes. Yeah, even though LA did not turn out the way that we wanted it to, it turned out the way that it was supposed to. People flaked on us, whatever, shit happens.
we still made some connections. We still had a good time. We're definitely coming back for this really soon.
Bus station Thursday night into the documentary. What the fuck? It's Freeze rule number 1.
Oh, I'm smoking at the max. That's
Drop the knife or you're gonna get tased.